Crab Cakes. I'm Emil Hinault, and this is Nora Doris the Doodle. And this is the Big Crab Cake channel. The channel is dedicated to model cars, trains, and villages. Don't forget, thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and hit that notification bell. Oh, I know. Today, we're going to make a St. Patrick's Day scene. So the first thing we're going to do is pick the buildings we're going to use. One is Molly O'Brien's Irish Pub. And this one's in pretty good shape. There's really no cracks or chips or repairs or anything we want to do. So that's fine. So let's set that aside. And then we're going to use Kelly's Crafts. This one we got used. And it has a little bit of, not damage, but missing parts. So there are 3 places for flags or lamps to get mounted to the front of this. It didn't come with them, although it did come with the sign that goes in the middle for Kelly's Crafts. And you can see, I'll use this for a pointer, that the end is broken off. So where the bottom of the sign would touch the house, there's a gap here where the pole is broken off on this sign. So what we're going to do is I've taken a small, it's really a finishing nail with grooves on it. I think they call them panel nails. They used to use them to hold up at 1970s paneling in houses. And I cut the end off so that it's very short, about a 1/2 inch. And shove that in the center. It's the right size. I'm not going to glue it in because the grooves hold pretty steady. I want to be able to take it out. Now, when I put a little glue on here and then on there, I'll be able to mount it directly to the building. And if I want, I could paint this white nail into black or gold, something to match this. But for now, we'll see if we can get that going. Then for the other two missing flags, I've found these are the Department 56 street poles that have the interchangeable signs. We have St. Patrick's Day signs in them. And I have some extra signs that would ordinarily go in the lamp. So I'm going to use those and just mount those right in the front, like that. So sometimes it's okay to substitute. But first of all, let's see what we can get with this, if we can get this sign fixed. So I'm going to start by turning it sideways so that when we're setting it up and it's drying, we have the help of gravity. Got my hot glue gun ready to go. I'm going to put just a dab on the end and on the base of the sign. And we mount that to our building. Get it as straight as we can. Give it just a few seconds. It's already pretty firm. And there you go. Okay. We'll mount these in here. Well, they're not as tight, but that's okay. They look temporary. And they are. And now, Kelly's Crafts building is ready for our scene. So let's set that aside. But when I think of St. Patrick's Day, I just think of Ireland. Now, I've never been to Ireland, but there's some elements of, I guess, what I think Ireland looks like from television and movies and videos, and sort of an image. So for me, if this were to be in Ireland, it would be sort of more of a mountainous or rocky areas, maybe near the coast, something like that. That's just what's in my imagination. So I'm going to build this as though it's the corner of a town road, one of those winding roads that goes up and down the coast of Ireland, sort of overlooking the ocean. We won't do an ocean, but I want this to be elevated, as though it's sort of up on a hill or a ledge overlooking the sea, possibly. It doesn't have to be ridiculously high for this. So I just have this box about the right size. Let's cover this with green felt. and turn it diagonally. Because we're going to make this on a cliff's edge, then I think that would be more interesting to have the point of the cliff forward. We're going to first need some streets, some roads. We have the brick road that's available for download on TheBigCrabcake.com. We're working on a cobblestone road, which I think would be correct for this. And it's not really that great yet, where I'm loving it enough to make it available for download. So I think it's still a little too big, but I'm going to continue working on it. But it's good enough for this demonstration. So I printed out where we are in the development of a cobblestone street, and I'm going to cut that out. Now we're going to use a little bit of this. We've got our cobblestone printout. Not worried about perfection in the demonstration. And then we're going to put our wall up. That protects everybody from falling off the cliff. Just put a little hot glue there just to hold that one in place. So I'm putting this right on top of the edge of the road. Hide that edge. Always want to do whatever you can to hide edges. People's eyes can really pick up edges, and it sort of takes away from the scene. All right, now we're doing pretty great. Let's put a nice big tree right out on the corner. Hard to hold that just in place. So now we're going to put two other trees up, and because of perspective, we want them to be smaller so that they look even further away than they actually are. So the focal point, the viewpoint, is from the front of the cliff, and so your eye would naturally see a tree almost at the same size but smaller in the distance. So we're going to put smaller trees to give the illusion that this is further away. Okay. I have here a little tiny die-cast dog. Stick him on the sidewalk. He's just hanging out. And Kelly's Crafts. All right, so this gives us a little vignette of a cliffside town, possibly. And now let's add some folks. I guess we should start off with this couple. They're not meant for Department 56 for St. Patrick's Day specifically. I believe this is comes with like a winery or something, or wine tasting. It sort of goes with the theme. So these are big. These are Snow Village size figures, and these are Christmas in the City size buildings. There's already differences even in Snow Village, and it's much bigger, more pronounced with this. So we're going to try to push these as far away from this as we can to avoid the obvious comparison. And here we have one that is intended for St. Patrick's Day. We've got a waiter bringing a couple of beers to them. And we have the front end of a St. Patrick's Day parade. We've changed the sign on the front for our own purposes. We just printed out on a piece of paper and then glued it onto the Department 56 sign. And another guy delivering beers, you see when you put them up next to each other, the size difference is a problem. It's too obvious. So we're going to move him as far away as we can, way down here, next to the tree. And so the theory here is, well, of course he looks smaller, he's further away. That sort of perspective is what we're trying to go to. And we have a St. Patrick's Day street sign, we'll move it forward, that is size appropriate for this person, because these are both Christmas in the City. Oop. Okay, there we go. Move this next to this tree. And move him way back here. And that's it. It's very simple. It was very fast. We had a little repair to do, which is not uncommon when you buy some used pieces. It's also not uncommon when you buy new pieces. Sometimes there's something broken, and sometimes just when you repack it and unpack it every year, pieces get broken. So, you know, if you're a serious Department 56 collector, this is quite possibly the best tool you could have in your arsenal, which is a good glue gun. This one's battery operated, so you can take it without having the cord attached. And it's a rechargeable battery. I highly recommend that. Thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We've got a lot of things coming up. We've got some more model cars coming from Brooklyn Models, a new one we'll be reviewing in the next couple of weeks. It's going to go perfect in our Easter layout. We've got more secondhand trains to show, especially ones that will be relevant to use in Easter displays. And we're going to be building an Easter display. And maybe thinking, wait a minute, you did a temporary display in a basket live last weekend. That was something different. That was, well, it's definitely an Easter display. It was intended to help promote the D56club.com forum. And that was a lot of fun. But we actually do a larger Easter village. Not every year. We've done, this will be the third. We don't do it every year. This will be the third. We're going to put it together. It's about, I think it's 8 feet by 5 feet. It's a semi-portable table that we use. We have it on wheels. We roll it in and out of the garage. We're going to set that up together over the series of a number of videos. And then we're going to make a video out of it. And we're going to call it Epic Easter Village 3. So we'll set it up. I will talk about how we make the video, how we take good video, lighting for the video, and then editing of the video and choice of music. We'll put all that together, and then we'll upload that to YouTube as Epic Easter Village 3. So I hope that you're going to take part in all that. It's a lot of fun that we're going to have over the next couple of months. And then for the rest of the year, we've got even more planned. We're looking forward to seeing you again next time on the Big Crab Cake channel.